It's 6 o'clock. A very good evening. We're coming to you live from the National Results Operating Center at the Gallagher Convention Center here in Midrand. It certainly is a very significant day. I'm Fundo Mabalane, and I'm not alone this evening.
And of course, my name is Bongi Wezwana. At this hour, we'll be bringing you a lot of conversations around coalitions. What is that makeup likely to look like? Should we get there as the country? But of course, as Mfundo says, we're coming to you live from the Results Center here. This is where the IEC will be crunching their numbers. Mfundo?
Yes, indeed. It's a very auspicious occasion. Today is the first day that we as the public broadcaster broadcast from here, and we wanted to start this very hour by showing you this very high-tech setting. And if you just look this side, you would see that we have most of where the party agents will be seated. It's not necessarily a hive of activity as yet, but most certainly it will become so as the days progress.
And of course, you can then see what exactly is taking place here. These, as Mfundo says, are the party agents, not very far from where we are, Mfundo. Interestingly, that's where the legal officials of the IEC are stationed. They are, of course, expecting quite a number of issues, possibly, given where we are. But I'm going to let you take the viewers through to what else we can be able to see.
Indeed. As Bongi has stated, though, that there will be quite a lot pertaining to legal, because a number of political parties, as we've known over the years with elections, that there would be a lot of queries. So they're standing by to address a number of those issues. We know South Africa has become a very litigious country. But if we had to look to my left now this is where we have the IEC officials. They'll also be monitoring the numbers. It's quite a lot that we're seeing, but the biggest that we're seeing is the leaderboard. The leaderboard currently, there's nothing there. But as the days progress, the numbers will start to trickle in, and we will begin to see a clearer picture of who could possibly become the government of the day. All right, and as we progress, when we look to this other side, we have a number of chairs here. This is where a bit earlier on, a number of you would have seen our journalists were seated here as the IEC briefed the media on just the first day of the special voting. It was not without many hiccups, but particularly in the Eastern Cape and Tata, there were concerns there insofar as protests are concerned. And we saw that a number of people were unfortunately not able to vote. I'll cross over to my colleague now, Bongiwe, who's standing by to just take us through what she's seeing from her vantage point.
Thank you very much, Mfundo. And of course, to the viewers tonight, this is the Results Operation Center. This is where the media is always seated when the IEC is giving their briefings. But at the same time, you can then see this is where more of the party agents will then be stationed. At the same time there, through the glass doors, as we were telling you earlier on, there are the legal officials of the IEC. Earlier on, the IEC briefing the media, talking about the fact that special voting has gone off to a largely positive start, and the IEC also saying that there's been some significant issues that they've had to deal with. At the same time, you think about what is taking place in the Eastern Cape, the IEC saying that it's been able to continue largely with most of its work. At the same time then, as of today at 2 p.m, an estimated 201,000 voting station visits of special votes were processed in around over 22,000 service points, and that's according to the IEC there. And as Mfundo joins us now, of course, Mfundo, quite a lot of focus is going to be on this board, as you were saying earlier on, as the party agents are going to be gathered here to see just how things are looking.
Indeed, and this is what exactly all of South Africans would want to see. We will all be converging here, particularly on Thursday, as I stated a bit earlier, that it will become a hive of activity. But what I stated a bit earlier as well is how significant this moment is, because political parties have crisscrossed the country wooing voters, and this is the moment where everything possibly pays off. And as the public broadcaster, we have served as that conduit that has connected you to those political parties of choice.
And of course, the IEC briefing the media earlier on to give us an update as to what exactly unfolded during the first day of special voting. Let's listen to the IEC's Masego Shiburi.